Hello, Placentia community. This is Eric Holmgren, your ambassador at large for the Placentia Chamber of Commerce. And today I am with Kenny Binnings at Perimeter Security Surveillance.
Man, you got it almost there.
Oh, protections. Oh, okay. So why don't you say it that way?
Perimeter protection and surveillance systems.
There we go. That's a long one.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I should. Yeah. It's on the back end of the email address too.
There you go. There you go.
Type it all up.
Well, good. So, Kenny, good to see you today. This is actually my first time here at your office.
Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit, how long have you had the business?
So, I've been in the industry for 37 years. This business, Perimeter Protection, is about 16 years old. We've always been in Southern California from the 37-year mark all the way up to now. We moved into this building about 3 years ago. So, before that, we weren't brick and mortar, but now brick and mortar and serving all of Southern California.
Okay, and what got you into security and surveillance?
Well, there was a home invasion that was experienced, and kind of close to the family, and it wasn't a good outcome for the victims. And I was young and at the time, and I just thought, I'll never have anybody in my family ever get hurt this way. And so that got me really focused on security. So came out to California. This happened back in my hometown. Came out to California and started the security business.
Okay.
Yeah.
And has that been your main gig, or you've
No.
done it?
Yep. So I've been in the corporate world, worked for Hughes Aircraft, Sprint, T-Mobile, and run large Fortune 50, Fortune 500 technology projects for about the same amount of time, 37 years. So I've always had the corporate thing, and this has been a kind of a passion of mine, and have grown it, and then just retired about 2 years ago.
Okay.
And now it's all about accelerating the growth on perimeter protection.
Okay. So that sounds good. So what are some of the services or products that you offer?
Yeah,
and
so,
what kind of clients are you working with typically?
Sure. Yeah, our main focus is, so first off, we're focused on catching the bad guy, preventing risk from happening to campuses, critical infrastructure, companies, construction sites. And what we find is the most powerful element in protecting things is monitored video solutions. So we put in cameras, whether they're wireless cameras or hardwired cameras, and then we monitor the cameras. And so over the last 2024, we had about 100,000 video clips that we monitored, and out of that, we had about 215 dispatches by PD to go out and take care of the business that we saw.
Okay. And so then are you doing the monitoring, or is there like an AI system that's kind of doing the monitoring?
So it's two levels. So AI kind of throws out all the coyotes and the rabbits and things like that.
Okay.
And then when it's people, cars, trucks, it goes through our central station, and it's monitored at that location. It's a third party that we've had. We've had a relationship with them for the entire time. They've been great.
Right.
And they're the ones that stay up 24/7 and calling out PD where we need them to show up.
Okay, so your focus is mostly on the technology side, the actual cameras and systems and things like that, and then this other outfit is handling the monitoring and
that's correct,
and intervention, if you want.
Exactly right. Yeah. So my kind of job is scoping it all out, doing a very deep assessment of what needs to take place, and then we do the installation, and then we keep the thing running. I mean, you see so many companies out there, they throw in a camera system, they walk away, and client doesn't even realize like a year later it's not even operating. So we are in the operational mindset of got to keep this thing up and running, because it's all about every single day detecting if somebody's getting into a premise or up an easement, things like that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. So tell me, with your, as we say with our chamber chats here, what's your business challenge and how have you overcome it? So what's the business challenge that you face?
I'd say there's two. One has been, and it all kind of surrounds the fact that, running a corporate organization, for the same amount of time as security, was trying not to grow the business too fast, not letting it get out of control. And so now that I've moved into 100% of this, it's growing the business, right? Okay. So the whole mindset is changing from kind of keeping the foot on the brakes is now put the foot on the gas. So that's one challenge there. And I think the other one is, and it's regardless of the corporate side or not, but there's a lot of bad systems out there. We've basically, over time, have standardized on two, and it's all about the quality. We put cameras in, and there's some cameras, they die in a year and a half, 3 years. We warranty our systems for a lifetime. You have a contract with us. you'll never have to replace that camera unless it's damaged by, intentionally damaged.
Right.
So it's really been kind of shifting through all the technology out there and finding what is the best and installing those, and it's totally dropped service calls. So we don't
Okay.
really have a lot of service calls on what we do.
Okay. So by doing research and making sure that you're only using the best quality product that's going to have the best longevity to
That's
it.
correct.
That's obviously saving you a lot of time and trouble.
Absolutely
Cool,
right.
cool, cool.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about your shifting from this being, I guess, almost like a little part-time job or a little side job while you had your corporate gig to now it's
Right.
your full-time job now that you're retired. So how did you manage things for those decades
Yeah.
that it was a little side project?
Yeah.
How did you do that
Yeah.
and not get overwhelmed?
Yeah, absolutely. So, every client's a little different. So we do a lot of homeowner associations. So
Okay.
think of Pelican Crest, they're a client of ours. They don't really care what time we come over and climb up the easements and install cameras. So we'll do that. I was doing that then after hours, and they were fine with that. By 9 o'clock at night, their cameras were up and monitored. That's all they cared about. We do some areas in various cities where we want to get there at 5 in the morning before folks start getting out of bed and seeing
Right.
that cameras are put up, because we do a lot of stealth type projects.
Okay.
So we just by design, we go in super early, get the cameras in. 3 hours later, they're up and running. Traffic starts flowing, and now we're kind of monitoring parks and things like that.
Okay.
So some of this is we want to be stealth in how we do this to begin with, which means we do it in the evenings, that type of thing.
All
Or
right.
early morning.
And so you were doing the installation, so then this worked out early in the
yeah.
morning, and then you'd get everything wrapped up, take a shower, go off to your corporate
Exactly
job.
right. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
vice versa.
Because getting the hardware up is like a couple hours worth of work, but then you come back and program it and then get it all running smoothly, and it's now catching bad guys. Its video clips are going out, and it just runs all day long. So it's the screwing of screwdrivers and drills and things like that. It's 3-hour window, maybe 5 hours of programming, which we can do it in the evening, and then they all come up. So that's how we kind of ran it for 35 years. But 2 years ago, we just changed the whole format. And what we're now doing is marketing to the places we've been. So
Okay.
think about Pelican Crest as a homeowner association. There's thousands of homeowner associations out there that could use the work that we do. Nobody else is doing what we do.
Okay.
And then, we've got the County of LA. We monitored their drop boxes for the 2024 election.
Okay.
There's, I think, 36 counties in California that have an office of registrars, so there's the opportunity to go to those. So a lot of the things that we've done in the past, now we just expand in that vertical.
Okay. And so how are you finding that transition going so
Yeah.
that you're not, so for a long time you've been holding back just because
Right.
there was only you and you only had a limited amount of time given your other work commitments.
Right.
Now that you have more time available, how are you making sure that you're not overwhelming yourself? with
No,
stuff too?
it's like a whole different. I mean, the overwhelming is gone, right?
Okay.
Right. It really is about doing a lot more proposals now, getting just the normal paperwork that I used to do off on some other shoulders and things like
Okay.
that, so I can just focus on solution design and solution implementation.
Okay.
And I think what we're doing now, more than we have done in the past, is we're doing reporting that is very interesting. So like after we've done a year's worth of monitoring for a water district, and we're watching all the water tanks, we're now putting reports together, say these are the amount of times that we've seen negative things take place, and we dispatched out to PD. And these are all the other times they weren't negative.
Right.
So we're just really getting formalized in some of the things that we weren't doing in the past, and they see a great value in that.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
And then as far as you as the business owner now, are you involved more with marketing or the solutions, or have you passed a lot of those jobs off to other people in your network or your group?
I passed a lot of things on, and it's a family-owned business, and I wasn't asking a lot of family members, and now it's like, we're going to grow this thing. I need help in taking over certain elements of the business, and I'm going to go focus on my expertise, which is
Okay.
getting out there, helping people understand why they need certain solutions. We're doing a lot of critical risk assessments at associations. We're going out there and walking the property during the day and at night, coming back, building a solution on what they need, putting that in a package, and then pushing it
Right.
over. So while I'm doing that, everybody else is handling all the other aspects that I was fine doing back in the day.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, very interesting. It sounds like you've made a good transition. You've figured it out, and you've got lots of experience in this realm, which is great because the technology is always changing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so trying to stay on top of that is, I'm sure, a job and a half in itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Absolutely.
Well, good. Well, before we wrap things up here, is there anything else you'd like to share with our friends out there?
Yeah, just, you know, I'd say maybe about 10 years ago, I was really focused on outside Placentia area. I was doing a lot of work across Southern California, and we came to the community. I live in the community, but I was telling my wife, I said, I really don't do a lot of work here. And she said, you should get connected with in the city. So we basically moved our corporate office here so we can focus on doing churches, schools, companies in our own backyard to make this a safer community. It's a great community as it is. So anything we can do to help out, please don't hesitate to give us a call, and we'll see if there's a match and how we can help you out.
Terrific.
All right.
Well, Kenny, great. Thank you for your time.
Thanks,
Wonderful
Eric.
to learn more about your business.
Thank you.
And for everybody else out there, until our next episode, be well.